Hello.
Hey, for once I'm not going to do the Mr. Frog intro.
Hello.
There we go.
I will.
Oh, hello. Couldn't help myself. Oh shit. I mean,
yeah, we are deep into the trial.
Yeah,
not as deep as we could be, but we're in there.
Yeah, despite the essay I wrote in the Going Live message on the Discord, I forgot how wild this was until now.
Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, these guys.
Oh boy.
I presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination.
Oh, yeah, Governor.
I did, Gov, I did.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Car.
Hi, me.
This is gonna be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Winterbanks.
Oh boy, busting out the filters already,
Yep.
or?
Well, it was bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull me dukes out to me Lucy lockets.
Hang on. What's yours on? I don't think I heard the echo. I don't know if yours is on.
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Check.
Doesn't matter. If it can't be done, it can't be done. Anyway. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Car.
Hi, me. I had the wrong thing on. I had my mic as my mic instead of voice mod.
Fair enough.
I changed it now, so next time I'll be ready.
Gotcha. On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. We done nothing of the sort.
How'd you figure that out? They're amazing.
Whoa.
You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question. And this time you will tell the truth.
Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. Ow. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chance of ever seeing the light of day again.
God damn it, I was gonna make exactly the same joke. Ah.
A thought worth pondering, perhaps. Okay, so yeah, I double checked the length of the trial. Counting this part, there are 3 parts that we need to get through, and they're all about the same length. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that tonight.
Entirely fair. Say no more, Gav. We hear ya.
We'll blab, we'll squeak, we'll peach.
Peach. Holy shit! That just reinforces it.
Yep.
Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing.
It was when we heard the gunshot, see? It made us both jump and all that stuff went flying.
Lummy, it did not give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter'd come out of the door and get us next.
We stuck everything back where we found it and scampered. Straight into him in the black.
I fucking love that you pointed out these are Mario and Luigi. It forever changed the course of this trial for me.
Yeah.
We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never had a chance, did we?
So admit to the defense's accusation.
Oh, hang on, I just need to check a thing. Okay, no, that is working normally. Cool.
You did indeed ransack Mr. Winterbank's countertop on the night in question.
Not ransack, Governor, no.
Yeah, that's right, Nash, that's right. It's more like we tied it up, yeah.
Sure.
He's not having it. Sorry.
By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess.
The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all.
We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't he make us sound a bit more cutthroat?
Can't it be coincidence that these men showed up at Winterbanks that night? There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing. Let's hold it. Let's see what we got. If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place? Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we?
We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we was up to no good.
Well said, Ringo, me old China. We'd only land ourselves in even more trouble. And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble. What does this face remind me of? Fucking... Oh, it reminds...
I don't know, but I've said in general they just remind me of latent NPCs alongside what I said before.
I mean, this exact face pose I don't know. Maybe Quagmire from Family Guy. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh god. I'm glad we settled on Luigi. That's rotten luck.
Says the rotten apple eater.
Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter?
We never ransacked nothing.
Right, Nash, right. More like we tidied the place up. Sorry. It was when we heard the gunshot made us both jump.
Oh, I really like the cheek wobble there. I need to... that is pleasant to watch. It's like when Joan slapped her cheek in the last case.
They animate good cheeks. What can I say?
They
Don't
really
take that
do.
out of context.
So what you're saying is...
So what you're saying is take that out of context.
Take that out of
No.
context. The sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all those things off the counter? Well, it shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep his shirt on. Whoa. Oh.
Look, it was loud, alright? Blimey, that granny would have woken up with that bang.
Whoa.
Aw, damn, I forgot it was ad quote. Big brother screamed like a blooming baby and fell over on the counter. Wait, Shiz, that's you.
Yeah, Big Brother screamed like a blooming baby and fell on the counter. He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull whatnot. Nice.
There we go. That got tangled in some marionettes, but knocked over a picture frame, while it knocked them scales on the floor.
Wait, did you or me say that?
That was me, but I
Okay,
didn't
I'll-
want to put me.
I'm gonna edit in post if I remember.
Okay.
You've really mastered working quietly then.
What a racket! Me granny would have been scared back into a grave at the clutter like that.
So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. And I need to check something because, you know, I had my theory. I had my theory last week about Susato working with Sholmes. I reckon I'm now starting to think, because I've had a week to think on it, and for some reason this thought came to me midweek, that it's nothing to do with her dad. She's working on this thing and this. I don't know why I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want to get my thoughts out there so I can be smart when it comes true, you know, or doesn't come true, and I can look like a fucking fool. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. And then some. I mean, it was quiet as a mouse, and then all of a sudden, bam! Oh god, we get to see how Freyson what he does to. Whoa! Oh,
And then picture the scene, right? So you have the shot, the next thing I know is a skull rolling across the floor.
Yeah.
There's a thing you might want to check.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Been a while, so.
Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add? Like I keep saying, don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony. You seemed to react just now at what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? Well, it's probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only... Well, fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night, and the statement they gave then told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Wah! Did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot.
Might have, Gov, might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it.
Yes, Onion, I stream. I believe somehow you knew this. Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. Can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas?
If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I should be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them.
Easy, easy.
Who gets it right this time?
Ah, that's it. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
Then speak! Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable mind. Sirs.
Oh.
Right you are, Gov. Before I got over here to voice yelling out and give me that gun.
Okay. So, in fact, you heard the voice in the gunshot almost simultaneously.
We did, Gov, we did.
Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we heard the kind of wavering voice before the yell and all.
If you don't want to get shot,
Give me that gun!
babe! That kind of thing.
A career in acting tragically missed.
Yeah, they could have. They could have been in the Mario movie. Chris Pratt's stunt double.
Oh, legendary VA Chris Pratt. Where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Anyway, how are you today, Onion? Is today MGS Day?
Of course we could. From the other side of that door behind the counter it was.
From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. Oh, while I think of it, the Bugsnax DLC. Any good?
Yeah, it's a free add-on. It pretty much it meshes into the story like pretty well, I think. Like it fits in with what already existed in there pretty good, while still being a lot of new stuff. It's about like 2 or 3 hours ish, so not
you finished
that long. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it was a bit shorter than I expected, but it was still pretty fun.
Nice.
That being said, apparently there is like a bug in the final boss of the DLC area that can like soft lock, but they're working on a patch right now, so.
I thought the whole game was full of bugs. I said, is today MGS, Onion? So does that mean you're not streaming today now, then?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not streaming today because I finished the thing yesterday.
Okay.
I don't have a backup plan.
Fair enough. From the storm where the victim was found dead.
And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Winterbank? On me granny's life, of course it was.
On his granny's life, of course it was. So that would mean that you both knew Mr. Winterbank and the sound of his voice? So that would mean what?
What, Nash? What? Any ideas?
Whoa.
Yes, Consul, indeed it would.
Nah, we didn't know the geezer.
I threw out like my lower back or hip a little bit, and it's been aching all day.
Oh, what happened?
Ugh. I don't know. I just woke up and it's like sore.
Oof. I hate that.
Yeah. How am I supposed to deny it when that bloke in all the fancy clubbers giving us the evil eye?
If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true.
On me granny's life it is.
On his granny's life, it must be. It's a good job his granny's dead. Wow!
To summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor.
You make it sound like we're clumsy.
And don't forget, we tidied up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it, the bloke what down the place was holding a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl. That's a new one, isn't it?
Perhaps.
Yeah, because they only just added the testimony about hearing the yelling. Yeah, that's definitely new. You're saying that Mr. Winterbank had a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, bet that was a sight, eh? Them two waving them guns at each other. Must have got pretty heated. Huh. I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, if you don't want to get shot. Oh.
Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say.
He was talking to himself.
Mr. Winterbank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the airlines in his keeping. He'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required.
Yeah, his own.
Did I say airlines? I meant articles. That's someone being himself, of course.
There it is.
Good grief! Extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided.
Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. Only, the person he was gonna shoot beat him to it. Cooked his goose proper.
Pity wished he squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!"
And we're sure he died because we heard do after. I've ruined it. And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot. It was more or less the same time, Gov. Give me that gun!
Damn. That kind of thing.
Yes, a career in acting, very tragically missed. Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. They're so adorable.
Yeah.
But everything went dead quiet.
After that, we done a slapdash job tidying the place up.
Okay, so...
But was he?
Yeah, here's the thing though. I could present the evidence, or I could keep going through the testimonies to hear more of them, like Arno would want.
You know, that's fair.
But also, there's still so much ground to cover, right?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe if we do parts... I mean, I've already said there are 3 parts left, so if we do parts 2 and 3 today, I think next time we could finish with part 4, probably.
Yep, sounds good. Oh shit!
I wasn't looking. Why did you shoot at them?
The gun. I shot Winterbank's gun at them.
That's not... That's not good. If you shoot a gun in court, you can get arrested.
Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we?
What implications, counsel? Nothing strikes me about it.
Exactly. There's nothing striking about shit. What?
What does strike me is your propensity for the inane, however.
God damn it. My first strike, possibly. I need to clear my head and come at this again from a different angle.
I think instead of the gun, you need to like, they say who was holding the gun. And we don't have like fingerprint. Well, only Sholmes really has fingerprint technology stuff, and he's kind of out of commission, so we need more material stuff.
Would this work? Objection. Yes, it would. I can tell because the music stopped.
Woo!
You're saying that on... That's always the fucking giveaway. You're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Winterbank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct? That's it, Gav. You've got the picture.
Yes, Nash, yes. No question.
And yet, the photographic evidence from the time of the incident clearly shows that Mr. Winterbank was not in the possession of a firearm of any description.
Objection!
You surprise me. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more? Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish that the photographic print presented was taken a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking, counsel.
Yeah, that's right.
Too right, Nash, too right. The old geezer could have been about to turn the tables on the girl, eh?
Hardly likely.
No, I'm afraid this won't stand as conclusive evidence. Continue with the cross-examination, counsel. And heed my earlier warning, witnesses.
A skulkin's never a skulkin.
Never a skulkin. Okay, so you didn't get penalized for it, but still not quite it, apparently.
That's interesting, though.
So I guess you're on the right track.
Yeah, it's interesting they programmed that in. Did you do that as well, just for?
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Okay. I don't know if I should.
I do know you're on the right track, though.
Okay. Hang on. I can just do the That's it? That's the full extent of the testimony?
What is it, Bruno? You look very fierce. I can pour you some herbal tea if you're tired.
Oh, thank you, but I'm fine. Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. But I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something important. It's nothing more than a feeling, though. I've no proof to support it.
Well, feelings can be very logical at times.
Sorry?
People's expressions, the movement of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that in and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with a feeling like you describe. You conclude there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why, that's all. I think you should trust your instincts.
Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. Okay, that really didn't help me as much as I thought it would. What have I got? Okay, nothing to say he wasn't holding a gun. Oh, picture?
Objection.
He
Okay.
wasn't holding it there when he died, yeah.
So you're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Winterbank, was wielding a gun, is that correct? That's it, Gav, you've got the picture.
He has, Nash, he has. No question.
And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Winterbank was not holding a firearm of any description.
Eh? You what?
Gordon Bennett, that ain't right.
Objection.
There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Winterbank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand.
Yeah, that Moltoller used the victim's own gun to finish him off. Give me that gun.
Bam! Kind of thing.
Hold it.
Stay exactly where you are. Right there.
Eh?
If the crime had taken place as you've so colourfully described in your testimony, it would give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out.
Goodness, are you sure, counsel? You intrigue me, my learned friend. Let's see some evidence to support your claim. Where is the proof that demonstrates this inconsistency in the witness's portrayal of the victim's final moment? Oh boy. We've come so far.
Am I understanding right?
Take that.
I believe this is all the proof you need. I'm wrong. aren't I?
Yeah, incriminate Gina. Unfortunately not. I
Shit.
require proof that actually proves something, you see.
I knew it was a long shot.
It would appear that you have failed to grasp even the bare bones of this case. Perhaps your level of intellect is better suited to the theatricals of these witnesses than advocacy.
Oh, okay, I see. Sorry? Give me that gun.
Bam! That kind of thing. Want to take the stage with us, eh?
You could be sulky if you like. Ah! Ringo and Sulky's Kabuki theatre troupe. No, it would never take off.
Believe the counsel for the defense still wishes to pursue his career in the courts, Lord Van Zeeks. You intrigue me, my learned friend. Let's see
Okay.
some evidence to support your claim.
Okay. I just looked at it. It's the fucking autopsy report.
Take that.
According to their testimony, the witness claims to have heard a shout of "Give me the gun," followed by the gunshot.
Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe.
Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, if the autopsy report is, if in the autopsy report it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. But it's the God's honest truth.
It is, Nash, it is. When he was shot that night.
The shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. We saw it with our own bleeding eyes.
Oh yeah, by the way, That's one where two different evidence things could have worked. You also could have submitted the crime scene photograph again because it shows him shot from the back.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Just an interesting thing. Anyway.
Yeah. Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Winterbank holding a gun. Something like that might have slipped out. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw, with their own eyes, the victim wielding a gun. Which can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person. Yeah. Doot.
Order! Witnesses, explain yourselves at once.
Well, the thing is, it weren't supposed to,
It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I've made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you.
Oh, God.
Am I to understand that you replaced the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies?
Ever so sorry, Governor. The truth is, see, we,
Cut it out, Nash! Cut it out! If we blab now, you know what it'll do to us.
He? Who are they talking about? He's not still alive, is he? No.
Let me make your position here perfectly clear.
We never saw the body. We just know the omnibus was on fire.
But they confirmed he was dead, didn't they? After the fact?
Yeah, they confirmed. Yeah.
You will talk. There is no other option available to you.
Brav, come on, the game's up.
But they'll have our guts for garters.
In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out.
On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place.
Well...
Do we have to? On pain of death. I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth.
Oh boy.
Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and he heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug.
Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we'd had it.
For an old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chucked me over the counter.
I pulled me gun on him, and then he legged it through the door into the back room.
We never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear. So now you're telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop.
He'd be the right height for it. He'd be the right height for the shot to have been angled up. And... well, yeah, sorry. What the hell is going on in this trial?
It's crazy. Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
But honest, Governor, this time...
This time, Nash, this time, we ain't got nothing more to hide.
Very well. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. Okay. What's the other thing that's going on? Fucking... government secrets being leaked. McGilded had his fingers in a lot of pies.
Alright, so we just go in the gaff and he can sigh of relief when the user shows Mo.
Hold it!
When you say geezer, I presume you mean the victim and proprietor of the shop, Mr. Winterbank.
Who else? Sorry, I mean, that's right.
We was keeping a close eye on the entrance to the gaff, obviously. But we never thought no one was gonna come after the back room like that. The back room being the pawnbrokery's storeroom.
Yeah, that must have been where he popped up from. Only place he could have been.
So it would seem the victim was already in the storeroom when these brothers entered the premises.
Which means Giddy must have been in there at that point as well.
But that doesn't make sense, does it? If Gino had threatened Mr. Winterbank into the storeroom with her at gunpoint, then why would he have emerged from the same room all alone when the brothers arrived?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you see the accused at that time?
What, that malt hooler? Couldn't tell ya.
No way, Cobber. We had bigger fish to fry then. Fish? I mean, the old geezer just lost it. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we'd had it. If they hadn't said, he will kill us, I would not be having these thoughts. But I think that he was very intentionally planted. You mentioned that Mr. Winterbank shouted those words in your previous testimony too. However, you claimed that you heard him yelling on the other side of the storeroom door. Oh, did we? But the truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he? Well, yeah.
Was the victim, Mr. Winterbank, wielding a gun at the time?
Was he ever? Lemmy, good ugly barely had pointed straight at me from the east.
So what you're saying is, you definitely saw Mr. Winterbank with the gun at that time, is that right?
It is, Gov, it is. Spot on.
Then all of a sudden, it came at us, he did.
It was Bedlam. I didn't know who was going for who.
You were clearly all going for each other.
Like that shit, we thought we had it. I mean... Poor old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chucked me over the counter.
I would love to see that in an animated scene. Yes, I noticed that you mentioned the counter in your previous testimony too.
Well, yeah, of course we did.
He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull whatnot.
I got tangled in some marionette, what knocked over a picture frame, what knocked them scales on the floor.
So in fact, it wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock those things off the counter. Well, Big Bruv here went flying over that counter like a gunshot, I can tell you. Then the old geezer pinned him.
He did, Nash, he did. If he hadn't been there, the bloke would have flattened me like a bloomin' pancake in seconds.
At the time in question, the alarm was raised at the local police station by a secret cable from the pawnbrokery. There's a button under the counter used to activate it, which was presumably pressed by the victim.
That's right. When the brothers fled the scene and back onto the street, they ran straight into the arriving police, didn't they?
Well, Mr. Winterbank, he did everything he could to protect his shop.
I pulled my gun on him and then he legged it through the door and... oh, crap.
Had nothing to do with killing him, that's all that happened.
Okay.
Hold it!
Were you intending to shoot Mr. Winterbank? Nah, never. I was just, you know... looking out for me bruv, weren't I? He was being flattened, don't forget. By a man whose shop was being burgled, yes.
And then, the man fled into the storm where you pointed your gun at him, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. He shoved me away, then ran off through that door and shut himself in. There's something about that last remark. Something that doesn't quite ring true.
I wonder why Mr. Winterbank ran away into the storeroom.
What?
Well, according to what everyone's saying, Ginny was in there waiting for him. With a gun.
Ah, yes, that's right. Chino allegedly used Mr. Winterbank's gun to threaten him and force him to open the storeroom door. In which case, how did the gun end up in Mr. Winterbank's hands again?
I have no idea, but that is strange, isn't it?
This little inconsistency could be significant. I should make a mental note of that. Look, the point is, me and me brav here.
That's right, Nash, that's right. Me and me bruv here.
That had nothing to do with killing him, that's all that happened.
Yeah. You say you had nothing to do with it? Nothing at all?
Nothing, Gov, nothing. The old geezer went and shut himself in the back room, didn't he?
Locked it was, from the inside!
I know it was, because we tried to open it.
But it's a decent door, that one. Good and strong, wouldn't budge an inch.
So in the end, the situation remains unchanged. Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was one other person. The sole person who could possibly have shot the victim. The accused, Mr. Winterbank. The accused, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm half here right now. I think the wine's kicking in.
His first ever sip. He's a lightweight, because he never actually drinks it.
Yep. It would indeed appear so. What do you say to that, Counsel?
I don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could possibly have shot Mr. Winterbank?
I mean, for the sake of our argument, there could have been. I mean, there better have been.
Yeah. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Nah, what?
What's that look for?
From the moment you admitted you'd encountered the victim face to face that night, the course of this trial changed completely. It did?
What is your point, my learned friend?
Quite racist. The question we must answer is, who could have shot Mr. Winterbank? And it is the belief of the defense that the defendant is not the only possible answer at all.
You have my attention. In that case, let's return to this plan of the premises. This victim was killed in the storeroom, which was locked from the inside. Those are the facts. So pray, what other possible answer to the question of who shot the man could there be? Counsel? You must now provide answers to the court in respect of 2 conundrums.
2, my lord? Twice as many chances to be right, maybe?
Indeed. Namely, from what location did the culprit shoot the victim? And furthermore, where was the victim at the time?
Oh god. Understood, my lord.
Are you alright, Runo?
I'm not entirely sure, but there's one thing I am sure about. If I can prove that there's a credible new alternative to what happened, it would change Gina's prospects hugely.
So now, time for some clarity. Show the court on this plan the answers to the questions posed by his lordship. If you believe someone else could have killed the victim, indicate from where that person could have fired the gun. You want to save?
Yeah, I have thoughts, but I don't feel great about the fact I've lost 2 lives.
I think between parts of the trial they reset, so don't worry too much about that. I think once we hit it to be continued, I mean.
Yeah. This is where I'm thinking, but
Take that!
the defense believes that the culprit could have shot the victim from this location here. Love this.
And in answer to the second question, analyzing the culprit, assuming the culprit fired from the location indicated, where was the victim at the time?
Like, here.
I mean, yeah, that's where we found the body, so.
Yeah. The culprit shot the victim from outside the storeroom.
Continue.
Mr. Winterbank died instantly from a bullet wound in his back. Looking at the stain of blood on the storeroom floor, it doesn't appear that the body was moved after death, which tells us that he was almost certainly shot while he was in the storeroom. However, the crucial point is, where was the shooter when the fatal bullet was fired?
So you are adamant that the shot was fired from outside the storeroom?
Well, according to the Skulkin brothers' earlier testimony, I pulled my gun on him and then he legged it through that door into the back room.
Oh shit, I didn't do anything there. I was prepared and everything.
I know! If Mr. Winterbank ran away through the door, we have to assume that the door was open at the time.
Ugh!
See, I was more thinking the hatch in the door, the one we looked through.
We're probably gonna get there.
Yeah. It was at precisely that moment when the victim was fleeing for his life. I mean, it doesn't add up with the angle of the bullet, regardless, but these brothers had the perfect opportunity to shoot the man in the back once he was inside the storeroom. Ah!
Ah!
Come to think of it, do you remember what the prosecutor said at the start of the trial?
Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself.
Poor man, shot while he was running as fast as he could to safety.
Of course! He would have been leaning forward as he was running away. So even if the bullet was fired horizontally, it would still have entered his body on an upward trajectory.
So the culprit isn't necessarily someone shorter than Mr. Winterbank.
Objection!
I'm sure my learned friend can't have forgotten that the storeroom door was found closed and locked from the inside. You claim the victim was shot as he fled into the room? Do you also claim his corpse was dexterous enough to turn the key in the lock?
But... What if someone else locked the door? Yes, there is someone else who could have locked the storeroom door.
Is that so? Very well then, counsel. Present your hypothesis to the court. In the scenario just described, the defense's assertion is that the victim was shot from the outside the storeroom. In which case, who shut and locked the storeroom door from the inside?
I mean, who else could it be?
Yeah.
Because
I feel like
I
we've
don't...
sort of argued ourselves into a corner a little here.
Yeah, I don't have McGilded as an option.
Where would McGilda even be hiding?
You know, the guy who did it.
No, I mean, where would he be hiding?
Yeah, in the storeroom?
But like, where in the storeroom?
Yeah, I know, yeah, that...
I'm just messing around.
I'm partially convinced. I've partially convinced myself this is what's going on.
Oh no, I don't think I helped.
Obviously, the person who locked the door was the only other person inside the storeroom at the time. The defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Objection!
That's absurd!
It doesn't work. It doesn't work because it was, because we know their gun was fired once, and we know that it was the shot that hit Sholmes and made the green blood?
I believe so. You're suggesting that the accused deliberately engineered the sealed room.
I'm thinking way too big brain with this.
For what possible reason?
Self-defense, you moron.
Such actions would only serve to tighten the noose around her neck. I'm inclined to agree, I must say. Well, counsel?
Yes, that's a tricky one, that, isn't it?
Half-baked notions have no place in my courtroom, counsel. Remember that, please.
If I go all this way and I just lose a life because they've really dragged this out.
But of course Ginny would have locked the door. It almost goes without saying, doesn't it?
It does?
Well, if I was Ginny in that situation, I know I would have locked the door as quickly as I could. I mean, those two burglars had just fired a gun in her direction, hadn't they?
Oh, yes, obviously. Before the two brothers arrived, Mr. Strad and Mr. Winterbank were in the storeroom together. Now, I don't know what went on between them at that time, but at some point, Mr. Winterbank must have heard the intruders breaking into his shop and left the storeroom.
Intruders, eh? That's us, bruv. If your theory is correct, I would leave the accused alone in the storeroom.
Yes, it would. Then, probably only moments later, the victim fled back through the storeroom door, hoping to escape danger. Hit in the back by the bullet, Mr. Winterbank fell to the floor where he was, just inside the storeroom. And what we have to ask ourselves now is, what would the defendant have done in that moment? I see where you're going with this. Outside the storeroom was a terrifying killer who had just murdered Mr. Winterbank. As soon as that thought struck Mr. Strahd, she slammed the door shut and locked it. In order to save her own life.
Hold it!
But they ain't, I mean, we ain't the ones who done it. Is that the voice they gave them?
I think so, yeah. I don't know why they. I mean, I appreciate it, but I don't know why they went the extra mile to just give him like one little voice clip.
Yeah.
It's neat though. We ain't, Gov. We ain't. You got to believe us. I mean, come on. We'd never shoot no one.
You shot Sholmes! That's blatantly untrue. I know for a fact that you would. Because before my own eyes, you shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes. There is only one logical conclusion here. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you brothers had every opportunity to have been the true perpetrators of Mr. Winterbank's murder. Yeah.
Where does this leave us?
You mean to
You
say
mean to say it wasn't the pickpocket who shot the pawnbroker after all?
I should have noticed those three brothers look as shady as something.
That was amazing, Bruno.
They look as shady as a dense forest. Okay.
All the members of the jury seem to be firmly on your side now.
Objection. I know, first time ever, and probably the last.
Well, I think you've done it. Surely they'll have to give a verdict of not.
Objection. Oh.
An admirable effort, my learned friend.
Oh, what's this now? He's laughing?
You find the situation amusing, Lord Van Zeeks? I myself find defense's argument most persuasive.
I dare say. Such chicanery is the bread and butter of the street performers in your provincial eastern nation.
Dude, fuck off.
But such blatantly malicious conjuring tricks amount to nothing more than an excusable pettifoggery here.
What?
The hypothesis you put forward so ostensibly credibly cannot and will not stand. Because, you see, it contains a fatal flaw.
A fatal flaw, the bullet.
Do you mean to tell me that you're unaware of your logic's failing?
I say, Lord Van Zeeks. Might be an idea to explain this badly conjuring trick or whatever it is to the troops on the ground, hmm?
The fatal flaw in my learned friend's arguments is really very simple to understand.
The bullet.
Assuming you're not too dim-witted to count bullets.
I called it, thank you. By the way.
Yep.
By George, count bullets.
Oh dear. He noticed then.
Huh? What's everyone talking about?
Counsel!
Yes, sir.
Tell the court how many bullets were found at the scene of the crime.
Two. 2 bullets.
Correct. The first, which hit the victim in the back, ending his life. In the second, that which struck the detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, on his arrival at the scene.
Indeed. The defense presented a picture showing the damage caused by a second bullet earlier in the proceedings. The bullet, which injured Mr. Sholmes, appears to have passed through his body to strike the calendar.
Your lordship's understanding is correct.
Furthermore, we know there are 2 firearms involved in the incident. The revolver belonging to the victim, Mr. Winterbank, and the Skulkin brothers' revolver. The evidence shows that a single bullet was fired from each gun. Yes, indeed it does. A single bullet from each. Now then, my learned friend. You yourself told the court only moments ago that these 2 brothers shot Mr. Herlock Sholmes right before your eyes.
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness, I think you'll find...
If the single bullet that was fired from the brother's gun hit Mr. Sholmes, it means... Winterbank not shot by same gun. Stop. Only 1 bullet. Stop.
Exactly. Yes, this Nipponish street performer presented an ostensibly credible argument. However, it was never anything more than a diversionary trick with no hope of standing up to scrutiny.
Wah!
Order! Order! Order!
Ow!
Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging the dregs of this hallowed nectar into the public gallery.
There's glass all in my knees!
Lord Antiques!
Someone call a doctor!
This court needs to open its eyes. The accused, Miss Jean Lestrade, is no ordinary little girl. Despite her young years, she can, regrettably, no longer be described as juvenile. No, the person in the dock is far from a law-abiding citizen. She has a past riddled with criminal conduct. Truth is, the accused broke into the pawnbroker on the night in question with loathsome intent. As we can see beyond doubt in this print which depicts her threatening the victim with the murder weapon. I have here in my possession 1 more piece of evidence the prosecution wishes to present.
God, I want to hear what's on this. That disc!
I don't know about hearing, but I see something I want to know more about.
Oh, the blood. Oh! I'll be taking that, whatever it is, of McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is, mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. Yes, that music box disc. McGilded's music box disc.
The very day before the hateful murder of Mr. Winterbank, the accused attempted to make off with this article, which clearly doesn't belong to her. And with none of the subtlety of a pickpocket, I might add, but by brute force and brazen impudence. Good gracious! Make no mistake, any sympathy for the accused on account of her years is misguided and dangerous. There are no depths to which this girl would not stoop if pushed, no crime she would not commit. The court forgets that fact at its peril. I see. It would be prudent to take this music box disc into evidence, counsel.
Hell yeah.
As a grim testament to the...
Defendant's, what was it? To the defendant's character.
Okay. Grim testament to the defendant's character.
Lord Van Zeeks, Inspector Gregson? What?
Yes, Inspector.
We had a meeting yesterday at the yard with the prosecution service, and I think it was agreed the disc. I think it was agreed the disc wouldn't be used as evidence. What's this all about? Why is the inspector acting strangely? That's the first time he said anything to Van Zieks at all.
I'm unaware of any such meeting.
Those were the instructions. Right from the top, the government bigwigs were insistent.
Inspector, I'm the prosecutor and I alone determine how to present my case. Your warning is noted. Thank you. Prosecution wishes to proceed with submitting this disc as evidence, my lord. Indeed, bailiff.
Melodious used to play music in the mechanical music box. On the reverse side is a note that reads for McGilded.
The prosecution has established the accused's motive, opportunity, and basis of character. There is nothing more to add.
Okay, in that case, it's time for me to inspect. Firstly, let's see if we can read this.
For McGilded. That's the man you defended in court a couple of months ago, isn't it, Bruno?
Yes, or rather mistakenly defended.
I wonder what its name is doing on the back of this disc.
That's a question I'd love to know the answer to myself. Okay. I guess that's not actually a note, that's just a...
Oh, Bruno, look! This is blood!
Yes, you're right. Just a small smear, but definitely blood. Actually, I feel as though I might have noticed that before.
It's my time to shine again. I thought I'd be waiting forever. Alright, hold still with that disc, Bruno.
Can we get this done quickly, Iris?
In a flash! Oh, a lovely bright shade again.
What? Wait, that colour.
What is it?
It's just... that green. It's not the first time we've seen that colour, is it? Full sample of blood analysed with a blah 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 blah. Wrong button. Okay. I've already made clear whose blood I thought the green was, and now I'm less certain. But anyone else's blood doesn't make sense, necessarily.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I await your informed decisions and rest my case.
I don't believe it. I had the jury on my side for once, for all of 5 minutes.
Oh dear, it wasn't even for 5 minutes, Bruno.
Wow, thanks, Iris.
Thanks. Is this a bailiff or something? Bubby? Is that you?
My lord! Oh.
Oh, no, that's me. My lord! Wonder if I might say something at this point. Proceed, Mr. Foreman. Been stumbling about in a bit of a fog up to now, if truth be told, but all of a sudden... Now, it's just bloody obvious to me and my men. There's only one thing for it.
Another examination summation? Oh no.
Perhaps.
Very well. The court will hear from the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, you will present your leanings as to the defendant's culpability.
Guilty.
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 We're doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think it ever goes more than 2 in one case, but still. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
We have a consensus among the jury, it seems.
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
It's my line! I wrote that for Harley! Ah, how dare he use it against us!
Don't worry, Iris. I don't think we're finished yet. There's still more to this case than we realize. There must be, because there's one thing that I'm absolutely certain of. Gina didn't shoot Mr. Winterbank. That's beyond any doubt.
Very well. We will proceed with the second summation examination of the day. Mr. Foreman, are you and the other jurors ready?
Unit Squadron is primed and ready for action, sir.
Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have now determined the defendant to be guilty.
Once a rogue, always a rogue, I say. Different breed to us law-abiding citizens.
As only 2 bullets were found at the scene, I would say the whole case is done and dusted.
You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it was that pickpocket.
I never imagined a simple operation would cause me such grief. The accused attempted a theft on the previous day. I can see I'm in for a busy day ahead.
I am ballistics expert. I have seen many shootings. There is nothing I do not know about the guns.
Okay.
Okay. It would seem there's little remaining room for doubt.
I have to admit I was rather bowled over by the argument put forward by the chap in the black.
He's blushing. I think he has a crush on us.
Or there's something in that pipe of his. But when that fell apart like a house of cards, I saw I'd jolly well been hoodwinked.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I've just seen his eyes flicking to the maid a lot.
Oh, okay.
Damn, it's not us.
Well, no more.
Whole courtroom's turning against me.
It's not fair!
Iris?
That prosecutor's being mean.
That's kind of his whole thing, honey.
Just because
Yeah.
Ginny's done some things she shouldn't have done in the past. That doesn't make her a murderer.
No, murdering does that.
Allow me to savor this fruity vintage while I savor the spectacle of your fruitless debate on the matter. Have we called him a fruity vintage yet? Because I feel like we have.
I don't think we have.
Okay, then you're a fruity
You're
vintage.
fruity
Got
vintage.
him.
Recreating the basic principles of the courtroom thing.
Yep. Here's the truth coming out. Eventually.
That's enough preamble. Counsel, proceed with the summation examination.
Ow. Yes, my lord. Okie dokie.
Alright.
I feel like I'm gonna have to press some of these, aren't I? Just because Mr. Strahd has a history of pickpocketing, she must be guilty of murder. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Are all members of the British Army so quick to judge?
I beg your pardon? Are you mocking Her Majesty's Armed Forces, the greatest military organization in the world?
Yes! Oh, I mean, no! I'm simply illustrating my point. Making assumptions about people because they're a soldier or a pickpocket is wrong and dangerous.
Well, yes, might have a point there, I suppose. Well, let's not forget the girl Laurie showed she had it in her from before. She's clearly a criminal sort through and through. Can't deny it.
When you say that she'd shown she had it in her, are you referring to this?
Exactly. Tried the sword burn only a day earlier, or am I mistaken?
Not exactly. Oh. Xbox sent a message. Why are Xbox messaging me now? I don't care about Game Pass stuff. Actually, I do care about Game Pass stuff because they put bug snacks on there. Thanks for the message, Xbox.
Yeah.
Just about time for it. Given that I was actually there at the time, it's hard to refute that. I mean, it kind of is easy to refute that because she said it was hers, that it was kind of came part and parcel with the jacket.
I've never actually seen the real thing. I can't wait to have a closer look at it.
Already done it, Iris. Oh, yes, of course. Oh? Mr. Sholmes did use his caramel bars to make a copy of the disc, didn't he? And then ordered every type of music box he could find from across Europe.
We still don't know what tune it plays, though, do we?
Oops.
I'd love to see how the original compares to Hurley's copy.
McGilded's disc. Could it be a clue somehow? Perhaps you should examine it in more detail.
Well,
Jesus
we already
Christ,
did,
this,
I think.
this game does not realise how little chill I have for new evidence coming in. Now there's only 2 bullet wounds found at the scene. I'd say the whole case is done and dusted. It's the number of bullets that has you convinced. Only 2 bullets were fired, and the 2 guns that fired them have been examined by the police. When the parlour maid asks me how many are invited for dinner, I always tell her to count the table settings. Well, that's logical, I suppose. Although... Yes? Sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. 1 or 2 guests rather like the fine china. Does your employer dine with thieves? So I suppose. If there was another bullet somewhere of which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position. A 3rd bullet somewhere on the scene. Could that be possible? I mean, maybe, but I can't prove it now, right? I'll have to come back to that. Unfortunately, only 2 bullets were discovered by police during the investigation. Yes, I know. Right. And I don't imagine the good men of Scotland Yard would have overlooked anything. If I missed a bullet while I was cleaning his lordship's office, well... I should receive a sound scolding, I don't doubt. And he should receive a visit from the police, perhaps. Sounds like a crime scene to me.
Bullet.
It would completely turn things around if there was one, wouldn't it?
You think we might find one lying around somewhere? You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it was that pickpocket. So
if I've understood correctly, you need 2 pictures. A A left eye one and a slightly different right eye one.
Exactly. Then you can see the scene in 3 dimensions, like this.
So, if we have 2 bullets, I don't suppose you can see anything useful with them.
I think you'll find that no matter how much you squint, the truth of the situation always looks the same here. The only person who could have shot the victim is that girl in the dock.
How can you be so sure of that?
Think about it. The Skulkin brothers shot the great detective, didn't they?
Yes, that's been mentioned once or twice.
Well then, surely it's coming into focus now, isn't it?
I feel like I should rig something up with that pointless thing.
But then it would have a point, right?
Yeah. I feel bad enough acknowledging it. This is a waste of time. I'm not going to change this man's mind anytime soon. Okay. Would you please stop muttering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? The defendant's life is on the line here. Well, the thing is, I couldn't really say that it has nothing to do with this trial, to be honest. Huh? I mean, there's no question the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach. It's quite inexplicable, don't you think? Oh, so I was right. I almost don't want to ask, but this surgery you've been muttering about all this time, you were operating on... What was the fellow's name now? Hairlich? No, Hairlock? No, Hairlock. Harlock Sholmes by any chance? Yes, good lord! It was that Hairlock fellow. What? You're the surgeon that operated on Mr. Sholmes. Okay, so I was not entirely right, but he's connected. That's right. Using the very latest anesthesia techniques, I might add. It was a fairly major op, I can tell you. This is crazy. Let me see. That fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I remember correctly. They said he'd been shot by some criminal or other, so I opened him up like a shot. But the funny thing is, I went over his insides with a fine-tooth comb and couldn't find the bullet anywhere. Well, yeah, it's in the wall. Stomach. He's saying it's a stomach shot. So I'm afraid I had to throw up my hands and just stitch the fellow back up. I hate to state the obvious, but... Yes? Surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting.
Counsel for the defense is correct. As is clearly shown in this photographic print. The bullet that the Skulkin brothers fired at Mr. Sholmes hit him in the stomach region.
That's me.
Oh shit!
Sorry, that really tickled me. The bullet that the Skulkin brothers fired at Mr. Sholmes hit him in the stomach region. There next to his body and lodged in the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think you'll find it's really quite simple if you consider the problem three-dimensionally. Who do you think I am, son? Well, juror number 4 is about the best I can do. As soon as I saw the wound to the man's stomach, I flipped him over. Like a pancake? Are you saying that you checked his back? Of course I did, and there wasn't a trace of injury. No sign of the bullet has left his body at all. Oh, okay. What? That's the point. The only logical conclusion was that the bullet was still somewhere in the man's innards. Which is exactly why I set about slicing him up. And I'm still none the wiser even now. How many times do I have to say it? Can somebody please explain how it happened? Can someone please solve the mystery? It's almost as much of a mystery as how much this jury was put together. Okay. Mystery of where that bullet ended up is infuriating. Where's an expert when you need one? Okay. Huh. What do you mean you're in for a busy day? Hang on. Forgot to say, stop. To excuse me, stop. I am a communications officer. Stop. A communications officer. Does that have something to do with sending telegrams? Everything from personal messages written by members of the public to the latest news in the capital. I convert all the messages into Morse code and tap it out to the entire world electronically. To the entire world? Thousands of miles of cable under the sea. Stop. Worldwide communication network. Stop. Information transmitted to and from all corners of globe. Stop. Ah, yes. She was getting equally worked up about radio waves or the like before, wasn't she? I specialize in communicating information from government departments and newspaper offices. I see. I'm sure I shall have to wire the newspaper reports of today's guilty verdict later. So, no sleep for me tonight, I imagine. Let's just finish the trial first, shall we?
I'm a ballistics expert.
Shoot. Here we go. I thought you were just a tourist.
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I'd like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
I love what Arno pointed out to me last time. There's no way he's just a visiting tourist. So, you're a ballistics expert? Who knew?
I have much experience with guns.
Ah.
I've lived through many, how do you say, extreme, violent bath of, no, blood of...
Extreme violent bloodbaths, perhaps.
Love a child saying it.
Those! Extreme violent bloodbaths. Also long rat. English is very difficult tongue.
Considering the sort of people you associate with, I'm surprised you still have a tongue.
Anyway, if you have questions about the bullets and guns, you ask me.
Well,
Okay.
There is nothing I do not know. No mystery I cannot solve.
He's very confident in his knowledge of guns, that's for sure.
But if possible, please, only in Russian language.
He's not very confident in his knowledge of English, though, is he?
No. Still, we should bear it in mind. He's our man if there's a mystery about guns or bullets. Van Zieks has managed to convince everyone.
When you've eliminated the impossible, he said. But he hasn't!
If we're gonna fight back, we need more material. And we have to fight back. We have to turn this trial around again. Okay, so... I mean, is that the sort of thing he's talking about?
I mean, he was talking about bullets, so...
Yeah.
Objection.
Those two statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pit jurors against each other. Oh. Oh, a ballistics expert.
Pitting, B-I-T-T.
On the night in question, Mr. Sholmes was shot by one of the Skulkin brothers. But since there was no sign of an exit wound on his back, we must assume the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Sholmes' body either, Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Sholmes was shot. Juror number 6.
Hello, my name is Villain. Pleased to meet you.
This apparent contradiction in the facts that is so clearly troubling juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery? Well?
I've seen very similar situation in Motherland.
Oh.
It was night. There was blizzard. I was running away along mountain road in freezing cold. Golly! The snow was piling high on both sides of the road. It was very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers had hunting rifles and they were on dog sleds.
Mental note, don't ask too many questions.
I was shot from behind and I fell down in snow. And this situation was very similar to what I hear today from Doctor. They could not find bullet in my body. No sign of, how do you say, exit wound. Then where did the bullet go? Bullet never hits me.
Well, if it never hit you, why did you fall down?
Bullet hit a frozen wall of ice very close to my side.
What?
One small piece, very sharp, broke away from lump of ice and pierced my body. It made a deep wound that looks just like bullet wound.
Good gracious.
Of course, a piece of ice quickly melted inside me.
Huh.
And that is solution to mystery of disappearing bullets.
But that doesn't answer my question at all. The shooting happened in a pawnbroker's shop. Not some snowy mountain road in another country. Just an idea, but we might not be looking at exactly the same scenario here.
Bruno? Where exactly was Hurley shot again?
Well, according to the report, in his stomach, sort of around this area, I think.
Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch on his belt.
A pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that.
Yeah, a pouch. It's where he keeps 3 glass vials of very dangerous chemicals he uses in his investigations.
What? Really? Doctor, where is the pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing? Well, the fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital, as far as I remember.
If I may.
Lord Van Zeeks?
Well, I realize it is forbidden for the prosecution to interject during a summation examination. I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom.
Sorry?
As I understand it, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Sholmes injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound.
Ah, thank goodness, I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment.
Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence relating to the case. I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred. Very well. Well, extremely unconventional during a summation examination. Must demand the prosecution presents the item in question with all speed. Bring forth Mr. Herlock Sholmes' pouch. I see. So this is the pouch worn by Mr. Sholmes on the night in question, is it?
Look at that! One of the files is broken and the leather around it is scorched black. It's almost as if the file exploded.
Exploded?
So, that night, the bullet from the Skulkin brothers' gun struck Mr. Sholmes' pouch. And it was the glass vial exploding that caused the fellow's injury.
This bullet did not penetrate victim, but was deflected into wall of shop. A delightfully complex aroma. Well, it would appear one mystery has been solved, at least. Though it has no bearing on the truth of this case. The bungling and burgling brothers shot the detective, and the accused shot the pawnbroker. The pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered.
But at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight. Thank you, young man.
Duh. Thank you very much.
Glad I could help. You may have just left glass in Sholmes, though.
Due to its bearing on the conundrum just solved, the court will requested a scruffy pouch as evidence.
This pouch isn't scruffy.
The pouch Mr. Sholmes was wearing around his waist at the time of the shooting. One of the glass files is smashed and there are scorch marks around it.
Now, the summation examination. It would appear the defense is somewhat struggling to alter opinion.
Oh, let's examine this.
These glass vials are full of Pearly's homemade potions.
Homemade?
Yeah, like fingerprint powder that show up where people have touched things.
Oh.
And scent amplifying solution to intensify a smell lingering on an object.
That's amazing.
They're all very easy to use, there's just one thing you have to be careful of. They're all very flammable.
Mr. Sholmes is a walking bomb. Either he's passionate about finding out the truth or just oblivious to the dangers. Oh. Ho ho ho! This file has been smashed to pieces. Presumably this is where the bullet struck.
If the bullet hit the chemical in that file, there would have been a really big explosion.
A big explosion?
Well, Hurley's potions and chemicals are amazingly useful for the investigation work he does. But they're also quite tricky to handle. Safely at least, they're very dangerous.
Oh.
I'm sure that when this file broke, the chemical inside would have ignited.
Note to self, always walk on the right hand side of Sholmes in the future, the left is the danger zone. Okay, so I guess I just had the wrong angle on that. Oh look, there's a hole here at the back. Doesn't look much like a bullet hole, but clearly something's ripped through the leather with great force.
They must have pierced it somehow to have left this hole behind.
Yeah, it looks that way. Mr. Sholmes and his pouch both took a beating, didn't they? Do I have to just have the right angle on this thing? Or can I just not access it yet?
I know you're supposed to, like, look at it, yeah. Let me take a look real quick and see if there's something that we're missing.
Okay. Oh, no, I think I've got it.
Okay, there we go.
It's really scorched badly just here.
Oh, the strap is broken, look!
This must be where the bullet hit, then.
Let me see.
There it is. What the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken file was. Do you see it?
Ah! That's... Skulkin Brothers' bullet!
What a stroke of luck that it hit his pouch. This is an amazing discovery. What this means is there were 3 bullets fired at Winterbanks that night.
We found exactly what the Joe was talking about. The 3rd bullet!
It's time to press that juror again, I think. The projectile we discovered lodged in Mr. Sholmes' pouch. It caused one of the files to explode, injuring Mr. Sholmes. Please, my lord, a little more time. After all, that's a new piece of evidence. It could be a valuable clue, and you can't afford to overlook anything here, Ryunosuke. There's still a way to turn this around, somehow, I'm sure of it.
Hold it!
Let's speed through this. Allow me to show you then the 3rd bullet.
Take that!
Piece of evidence literally called the 3rd bullet. Here it is. We discovered it just now. Yes, on the night in question at Winterbank's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
Hold it!
What is this new trickery, you Nipponese conjurer?
No interrupting during a summation examination.
Where'd you find that bullet?
It was lodged inside Mr. Sholmes' pouch.
What?
This pouch was removed from around Mr. Sholmes' waist before he was taken to hospital. Ever since then, it has been touched by no one.
Do you mean to say the shot fired by the Skulkin brothers that night?
Yes, as your lordship has surmised, it hit this pouch.
But that makes no sense whatsoever. We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, God.
It's clearly visible on this photographic print. Ah.
2 guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence.
Yes, that was the Winterbank and that belonging to the Skulkin brothers.
There was evidence that said the Skulkin one was only fired once, wasn't there? Yeah. An examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet had been fired from each. Ah!
But that must mean...
That's right. We now know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. And until that incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment.
Order! 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 Well, this summation examination remains incomplete. The court has been presented with new facts. Facts would appear to shake the very foundations upon which the case against the defendant has been built. As is my prerogative to the situation, I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination.
Oh.
By Jupiter!
What?
Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to your stand at once. Witnesses?
Governor? Oh, wait. Governor?
We listening to proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination.
We was, Governor, we was. Perhaps we can dispense with a tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. The third bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Make of it, Gov. I didn't make nothing of it.
Is it one of yours?
What's it say? I didn't make nothing of nothing if I can help it. Okay.
Oh, blimey, Gov, go blimey! Not a chance!
Hey, Arno!
Yo, Anno.
Again, my timing is impeccable. Arno, I'm having big theories.
A game theory. In that case, did you have an accomplice?
What? What? Never. The Skulking brothers work alone.
It's just the two of us. That's our trademark.
How soon we forget Paul Sulky.
Only 2 of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence.
My theory is that everyone's favorite Fey creature is not as dead as we've been led to believe.
The third bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it?
Let me, that's an head scratcher.
Counsel for the defense.
Yes, and I wouldn't have thought of it if Nash hadn't said... Nash or... I've forgotten the other one's name.
Where you go?
I was going to say Oreo. I think it was Ringo that was like, he'll kill us if we say any more. That's the thing that tipped me off that he's probably alive. I say probably.
I should like to hear your thoughts regarding this new development.
Probably is carrying a lot of weight there.
The third bullet? Mysterious missing firearm from whence it came.
Thinking back over all the testimonies we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear what this third bullet tells us about the Skulkin brothers. I mean,
you still have 3 hits.
yeah. And this one doesn't look like a life loser one. Tobias.
Yeah.
On that night at Winterbank's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been working with a third man. The witnesses are clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of this accomplice, but the evidence all points to the fact that there was someone else present. Someone carrying a gun.
Objection!
An accomplice, you say? Pixwill. These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations. Well, more, 1.5. Yet in all that time, there's not been a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being exists. The court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed. The prosecution demands answers on 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence that the accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime. And secondly, the identity of this spurious character.
Skulkins are lying, I know that. But how can I ascertain the identity of the person they're hiding? Ask me, Ryunosuke. I have ideas.
Well, counsel.
I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity, even. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is... I mean, I'm unable to present answers now, right? The defense is...
Unable to complete the sentence, it would seem. Much less provide any credible answers here.
Yes, it would appear so. Very well. This trial will now...
Wait, please!
Good gracious, counsel.
I have to keep momentum going here. I can't give up now.
This is just like scientific research, if you ask me.
Sorry?
When you start doubting yourself and thinking you can't possibly work something out, you become blind. Even though in truth, the answer you're looking for is right there in front of you.
The answer is right here in front of me? My lord. Actually, the defense would like to present answers to the questions posed by the prosecution.
Hold it!
So, my Nepalese friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. But your earlier tongue-tied display will not go unpunished.
Fuck!
Oh boy.
Urgh.
I think we're nearing the end of the second part, though, so it should reset soon.
Now I wish I'd bit my tongue instead of speaking before I'd made up my mind. Would have hurt less.
In that case, counsel, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay. On an icy question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
You don't have to know the identity immediately, but there is something that hints towards it.
Okay. Proof that there was someone else there.
I'm gonna be right back, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah, you keep thinking about it.
Yeah, this one's...
Ow! Oh, my back.
You're right. Oh wait, is it as simple as the third bullet?
Take that!
The evidence is this. Nope. You perplex me, counsel, by looking so pleased with yourself despite this quite displeasing answer. Ah. I might just reload the save.
Take that!
Hey,
Hey. God
see you
damn it,
got
I was
it.
right. Huh?
I see you got it.
Yeah, after a reload. Which Honor promised he wouldn't tell you about. The evidence is right here, in this portfolio.
By Jove, that portfolio again, is it?
Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific. You claim one of those blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder. Well, which one is it?
I mean, I guess 104, right?
I would probably say option 1 more than anything.
Yeah.
What am I looking at here? There appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a bloodstain, my lord.
A bloodstain?
Green blood. Curious even for you. Is the court to understand the intruder was some unhuman creature?
It's something developed by Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
By the great detective.
New invention. Stop. Not yet appeared in stories. Stop.
It's this, you see. It doesn't have a name yet, though. It's fog spray sprays a chemical that reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color.
Different elements of people's blood?
Yes, everyone's blood is slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements. So by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is. Oh, that brings a whole extra dimension to looking at blood.
Talk of blood in courtroom. Stop. Very exciting. Stop. As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Winterbank.
Ah, striking blue.
Yes, so you see, the green colour of this bloodstain on the calendar shows that somebody else was shot in the main part of this shop.
Now hold fire there, young man. Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it?
No, it's not unrelated. The date showing on the calendar is the date on which Mr. Winterbank was killed.
By golly!
Therefore we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day. Then whose blood is it? Well, the Skulkin brothers in the stand don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else. The third intruder, in fact.
Objection!
Whose identity the court's still waiting to hear? You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend.
Oh shit, wait. This dude got his blood on it, didn't he?
I was waiting. Who is this alleged third intruder?
Take that!
The man's name is Edgar Benedict.
Edgar Benedict? Who on earth are you talking about, counsel?
He paid a visit to Winterbank's pawnbrokery on the afternoon before the incident took place.
When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing the article into her possession.
That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict. God, April Fool's was weeks ago. Then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force. Crap, who voiced him?
I think it was you since I voiced Winterbank.
Okay, oh god, what voice did I give him?
I don't remember that.
Broker!
Yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes, sir.
The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Now that's a lie! What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what happened. In the end, it was the inspector himself who took the disc.
Can you corroborate this account, Inspector?
Yes, my lord. That's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Winterbank for a print showing the fella. Taken from one of his red-handed recorder gubbinses. Yes, that's him talking to Winterbank that morning.
And you claim this man is a brother's accomplice?
Well, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin? Never seen the geezer before in my life.
On me life, Gov, on me life. Never seen him.
Well, somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I'm sure your lordship recalls my learning upon his friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
Yes, and I can.
Then show us the evidence.
I agree. We must see proof that the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the filthy criminal you say he is. This is the last piece of evidence. I've had a feeling that something's been missing in this trial from the very start. But now I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into the courtroom.
Are you ready to present your answers to the court then, counsel?
Yes, my lord. The defence will present the evidence now. Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet. It would be the disc, wouldn't it? Not the...
I think so.
Yes. As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Mr. Winterbanks.
Which is when the aforementioned Edgar Benedict appeared on the scene, I believe. This man then attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession. Oh.
That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. It was following this that a minor incident occurred.
Oh. But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell and say goodbye to style. Wait a minute! That disc! It's mine! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal! Being a music box disc, it has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. Those protrusions cause Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed. And the resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now.
Goodness, a blood stain, is it?
My assistant and I have just analysed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Using my trusty Folger gun.
Yes, and we added the results to this portfolio.
I say!
It's green. It's exactly the same colour as the blood around the calendar. The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was in Winterbanks earlier in the day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that same night. It is very neat.
There's two brothers now, they're sweating buckets!
What are you talking about? It's boiling in here! My lord, it's the opinion of the defence that Mr. Eggert Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify.
It would certainly seem that we can ill afford to ignore this gentleman's apparent presence.
Objection!
This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law. Sherlock Holmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or some such. And now you employ chemical substances devised by this fantastical persona in the highest court in the land? Do you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. So the bloodstain turned the shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Oh, Arno. Well...
And pray do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Sholmes' word for it.
Is he right? Is Mrs. Sholmes' concoction a load of rubbish?
I don't know, I mean, he's a great detective.
What are you talking about? We can't let him get away with that.
I knew it would come to this. Of course Mr. Sholmes' invention is going to be recognised by any official body. But what other choice did I have?
I'm just remembering what Father Christmas over there said before. About how he was temporarily suspending the summation examination.
Father Christmas! Aww.
In other words, the examination isn't over yet, is it?
Good grief, what did you just say, young girl?
The summation examination, the decision as to whether or not the trial continues, is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it? So the way I see it, it doesn't matter what certain other people think of Hurley's invention. At least, not for now.
Yes, she's right.
Young lady, you have quite the devious mind.
It really just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen of the jury are convinced by what you say, Bruno. Is that about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Unbelievable. Mr. Sholmes' partner is a force to be reckoned with.
Iris Wilson, sharpshooter.
I've heard shrewd precis of the situation from an entirely unexpected source. It must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion. This is absurd. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks to you for your final leanings in this matter. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions. So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Guilty.
Guilty!
Not guilty.
Cool.
We are so lucky that they always land exactly where they need to go.
Yep.
2 called guilty and 4 called not guilty. Such is the outcome of the summation examination.
Objection!
My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage! The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
On what grounds?
If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, and they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt.
Wow.
Cry about it. I'm sorry, Lord Van Zieks, but the outcome of the summation examination cannot be ignored.
Lord Van Zieks. L plus ratio. Plus summation examinated. Bitch.
The trial will continue.
Welcome back, Honor.
Ah!
Summation examined.
Nevertheless, we find ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably requested the subpoena of a new witness. But sadly, I fear that will be impossible.
What?
The name the gentleman gave for himself, Eggert Benedict, is quite clearly false.
I don't believe it. Just want to manage to prove the man was there that night.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh, I think I remember. But it's not somebody I did, so
Okay.
I can't. I think it's juror number 5. I could be wrong.
Could I say something?
What was that, please? Who spoke?
It was me, my lord. Juror number 5?
What have you to say, madam?
If possible, Inspector. Me, ma'am. I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again, the one in which the gentleman is shown. Oh, right, yes, this one you mean, of Mr. Benedict? It's fine. Yes. There's no doubt in my mind. Juror number 5, you don't mean to say... You know this man? Yes, I know him. What?
Good gracious! Order, order, order! Juror number 5, how on earth?
I am a communications officer. Stop. As we can clearly see. The gentleman in the photograph is... Stop. Also a communications officer. Stop. He works in my office. Stop. She's blushing and got starry eyes. Does she have a crush?
I think she's just really into her job.
Okay. A very talented operator, in fact. Stop. He should be in the communication station now. Stop. Tapping away on the telegraph. Stop. This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
I suppose we all imagine the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. It's a bit unexpected to find out he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Yeah, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong.
If the gentleman is at London's communication station, we should be able to subpoena him within the hour. Lord Van Zieks, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Make the necessary arrangements with all haste.
As your lordship bids.
The court will recess for 1 hour. When the new witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony.
I look forward to hearing what his actual name is.
Inspector Gregson?
Yes, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about events at the pawnbrokery on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess.
Yes, sir, my lord.
Very well. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
Okay, so I know we are at the usual time, but I actually, since I don't have a stream today, I can go a little longer. So if we do want to do that third part.
How long would you say the third part is? About the same length?
Maybe about the same, but it also doesn't have the summation examination anymore, so maybe it would take less time.
Okay, I'm mostly thinking because I haven't eaten yet because I wasn't hungry before the stream. I don't know if I should like stop now and get something to eat or carry on.
I mean, that's up to you. If you want to get something to eat, that's totally fair.
I want to at least get started a little bit. I think.
Okay.
See if we can find a nice stopping point. That isn't.
All right.
That isn't the chapter end, because then that should even out a bit for next week as well.
Yeah.
Gina, how are you holding up? I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Ginny! You alright? Why aren't you saying anything?
What's the point, eh? Why go all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me?
What?
Well, you saw it. That picture. What picture?
I mean this? The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder? Well, I didn't think you would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure.
It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that's going to think I did it, ain't they? Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court. Surely you got to have your doubts about me now. You can't still think I'm innocent. Of course I can.
Ginny, why won't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night. Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information, but still. We'd really like to hear it from you.
Alright then. It was after we'd had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris? Then we all had a chat up in your office, didn't we? Yes, I remember. After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 2-1, to Winderbank's place. I had to know if Iris' story was there or not, the Hound of the Baskervilles. I don't know what it's about or nothing, but if you ask me, there's something in it that Sholmes don't like, something what he don't want people reading. So that's why I lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Winderbank for safekeeping. At least, that's what I thought at the time. So you broke into Winderbank's. I just had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all of that was going to kick off, did I? Struck the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the old lamp on the counter a bit of wick, and that's when... I nearly died, I did, and next thing I knew... I grabbed the gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like... I don't know what.
Oh right, this is Winderbank, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, you're the girl who was in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery.
The manuscript. Have you got it here?
Don't have a load of papers with you.
Oh wait, that's still you.
Did Sholmes leave a load of paper with you? A story?
I beg your pardon?
The under the something or other. If it's here, I want to see it.
Oh, I'm sorry, young lady. I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers.
I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? I just want to see it's here, that's all.
Oh, you want to see it, do you?
I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it here or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll go.
Oh, very well then. But for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would ya?
Wow, what a pushover. So then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door and we both went inside. And it was there, alright. The manuscript. Sholmes weren't lying after all.
You did all that just to check for me, Ginny?
Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop. The Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene, yes. Hang on. What was that noise? Someone's breaking in!
Dear me, is this a burglars convention here tonight I don't know about?
Yeah. I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry.
I better go and take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back?
Oh, well, I'll come with you and...
Now don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances.
And with that, he took the gun out of my hands and walked back out in the shop. I am back in the storeroom, like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. Sounded like I got into a bit of a scrap. Started to think I should help, see? So I was just about to go out in the storeroom myself when... I had a couple of shots go off. 2, I think. Almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at my feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it, quick as you like. Because you thought who had shot Mr. Winterbank might come for you. Yeah, so I went and grabbed the old cove's gun. Figured I'd put up a fight at least. When I got a better look at him, I knew. Winterbank was a goner. I felt funny in my head all of a sudden, kinda dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing. That must be when you passed out, Gina. If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old cove might still be alive. Did you tell the police everything you just told us? Of course I did, but they didn't believe a word of it, did they? All they said was if I kept telling lies, I'd make things even worse for me.
Be alright, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Bruno's about to put the real culprit through the mill.
That cove was in there in the afternoon. That Eggert Benedict. I still remember how he looked at me like I was nothing. He was there that night. We don't know his real name yet. but I'm convinced he's involved somehow. Oh my god, is his real name Sulky Skulkin? Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty. You what?
You're all in Runo's capable hands now, Ginny.
Mr. Naruto. Yes? How come you trust me? I don't get it. I mean, have you forgotten what happened before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGill did. We told you a whole pack of lies. And you got the bog trotter off with him, even though he was a killer. No, I could never forget that. Oh. I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I also made you a promise. I told you I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what. But what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know. I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial. You were? Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. And, strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it. Oh god, don't tell her. Don't say the name. But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me, and was prepared to defend me. My best friend.
Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest.
I was so happy I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely. But I was wrong. As soon as my trial began, it was obvious that he had an absolute, unwavering belief in me. And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him. Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first. What are you saying? I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry, I won't let you down. Even though I'm a diver and a no-good liar. You're not like McGill did. I know that. Huh?
That's right. You're our friend, Ginny.
Iris! We know you better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust.
Yes.
That's really all we need to know.
Exactly.
Mr. Naruto, Bennett Gina Lestrade, no legal representative. Court proceedings are about to resume. Please head into the courtroom immediately. Yes, of course. Thank you. I'd been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time, so I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you. This is it at last. The final chapter. The final battle. Wish me luck, Susato-san. And I hope you're watching over me too, partner. Partner?
We're moving up.
Hey Void, how you doing? Thanks for the hydrate.
Also, I don't know. That just feels like a good place to stop. I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of willing to.
Very climactic. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect timing. But I am gonna go food and stuff, I guess. Who can we...
Yeah.
Back to title. Hey Arno. Perfect timing as well.
We had an emotional moment, and we decided that it would be a good place to stop. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. I think that was probably a better place to end than we left off, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is live tonight?
Not me.
Let's have a look-see. Okay. Twitch is loading slowly. Oh, Chris is live playing Ace Attorney, but that means he's ahead, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think he said that he was on the second game, so
Yeah.
best not to go poking around there.
Always a pleasure. Only person I can see live is Frey, so let's bring the party over to them. Good night, Ollie, and good day, Parry. Thanks, Arno. Right, yeah, that is it from us this week. Thanks as ever, Parry, for playing this game with me.
Of course.
When are you streaming next?
I should be streaming on Sunday.
Ooh, okay.
And I don't have the schedule fully there yet, but as you can see, I was thinking about Slime Rancher.
I'm sorry for spoiling it.
It's not final though, so it's okay.
Okay. I'll be back on Monday, presumably with D&D. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a bit of a quieter week next week because I might be going up north for a few days, but I should be back for Friday. If not, I'll let you know.
All right.
But yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for sticking with this. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Yeah. Bye.